Day 4, the last day of the round trip. So here we go, about 7:45, the last day of the ride. And man, getting to sleep inside last night was exactly what I needed. It's about 50 degrees this morning, so sleeping in a tent would have been chilly. It'd have been all right, but there are still very, very, very good people in this world, lots of them, and it was just, that experience was amazing for a man to offer up a place to stay just out of the blue. Didn't know me, and he's done it before for others, so pretty cool. Again, does a lot for your faith in humanity. It really does. So Roscoe Village to Granville today. It's about 45 miles, I think. Two very big hills. One this morning getting out of here, and then one when I get home. So hopefully the elevation on the map that I was looking at this morning is true, because that's kind of what I'm counting on. So two big efforts and lots of pedaling. I'm gonna grab some breakfast first before I leave town. I am gonna go over here to this Bob Evans because that was the plan last night, and just out of the whim, or out of the blue, decided, hey, here's another option. Maybe I'll just stop at this place. And it was the absolute right choice. Here we go. First one out of the gate this morning. All right, found some gravel road here. Gonna take it easy. Still pretty chilly out this morning. The sun's out. It's beautiful through these woods. Got a deer up there. See the whitetail? This is my favorite kind of corn maze. straight line and on a bike. Man, that was a nice ride for the last 5 miles down through the valley between all the farms. Absolutely beautiful. Entering Trinway. Almost missed my turn. So my GPS, I'm just off the road here, so orientation is a little different, but my GPS thinks that there's a road here just to the right. Maybe there was at one time. There isn't now. So we're gonna go on a little adventure. I'll check Google Maps real quick, see what my best option is. But yeah, not a road there. So I'm backtracking just a touch. Gonna head out this way. Take a left. There's supposed to be a road that runs kind of parallel to 16. And bonus, when I was looking on the Google Maps, there's supposed to be the world's largest apple basket on this route. 99.9% chance that I am going to have an apple today. Because if you got an apple basket, you got to be selling apples. This road's a little busier than I'd like, but actually, take that back. It's not a busy issue, it's a speed issue. But everybody's being courteous, so everybody's getting over. I will tell you, my GPS has decided that if I'm not going to do what it says, it's going to stop working for me. So it won't let me power it off, won't bring up a route. I'm not sure what it's doing, so not even sure I can page to the next thing to see how many miles I've got. Yeah, it won't even let me page. So when I tried to turn it off, it wanted to know if I wanted to power it off, and the yes, no buttons wouldn't work. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do about that. It's a little disturbing. I know the area well enough, and I know where I'm going. I've got Google Maps on my phone, so I'm not worried about getting lost. But hey, you know what? On a day like today, with a tailwind and pretty much flat roads at this point, not a bad day to get lost. There it is, allegedly the world's largest apple basket. And if you're not from this area, it's not actually far from the world's largest office building that also looks like a basket. Maybe some irony there, maybe it's built by the same people. Go, US Bicycle Route 50. So I'm really glad the sign's here, because my GPS tells me to go straight. But I know from this area that Bicycle Route 50 is part of a trail, and I would have missed the entrance, or at least not gotten the full advantage of it. But this tells me I'm 20 miles away from home. Probably stop in Newark for lunch and then head home from there. So 10 flat miles to Newark, 10 fairly flat miles to Granville, and a pretty large uphill to get to the house. So this is the other end of the TJ Evans Trail. That was the trail I started this adventure on, out of Granville to Johnstown. From here to the end of Johnstown is about 30 miles, so it goes for a ways. It's a nice ride. Pretty flat. The only spots that really you get any significant elevation change is going over overpasses and stuff. But this 10 miles from here to Newark looks exactly like this, 98% of it. So, but it's a good spot to get some miles and stay off the road. This is probably the prettiest part of this 10-mile stretch. It cuts through the rock here. Here's the largest office building shaped like a basket. Where are you going?
You're traveling.
Where?
It looks like you're traveling.
Yes, I am.
You'll be the first person we've met since Texas. Actually,
Yeah.
touring or bike packing.
Absolutely. So where are you from?
New Zealand?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know how much of that I caught with before I turned the GoPro off. I have conversations with people on the trail. I always feel like it's, I don't know, somewhat invasive when you're recording it. And that wasn't my intent. You know, I'd hit the button to record when they were coming towards me just because they were riding. But it was Hamish and Joan. They were from New Zealand, and they're riding to the Finger Lakes, and they started in Houston. They said this, I am the first person they have come across that is touring since Texas. So, which it's interesting. I mean, they're certainly taking what I would say an unusual route. But he did have a map from Adventure Cycling. So I'll have to go back on their site and see what's there. But super nice people. They do this, sounds like this isn't their first trip. But yeah, you know, here just outside of Newark, Ohio, and you got a nice couple who's clearly spending a significant amount of time on their bikes. And they're working their way east of the Finger Lakes, which is a beautiful part of the country if you've not been there. But I hope it doesn't get too cold for them. So they were hoteling mostly though, so they can get in out of the weather, get good sleep. But very cool to come across. And I think I kind of disappointed them when I said I had about 12 miles to go on my trip, and I was done for the 4 days. So, but they were very, very nice people. He was as interested in my story as I was in his. So. Just rolling into Newark here. They've done a lot of rework of this town in the last couple of years. Done a really nice job of it. It's kind of square here with the courthouse in the middle. Go around in circles, or got little roundabouts in each corner. Never had an issue riding through here, so it's pretty nice. But I'm gonna stop and grab some lunch. Here on the square, there's also Downtown Cycles Sales and Service. Never used them, but I've heard that they do a nice job. So I grabbed a quick lunch. Had some, my intent was to get chili, because it's a chili-like day, but they didn't have any. So I got some baked beans, some mac and cheese, and a little bit of banana pudding, which was about the right amount to fill me up to get to where I need to be, say within about 10 miles of being home. at the intersection of Granville, there's a few places to eat. There's the station. The Granville Milling Company is a bike shop there. I'm not using it. Oh. So on the other side of that gas station, there is a grocery store and like a burger, ice cream place. Lots of places right by the trail. All right, so we're done. About 47 miles today. Nice tailwind that helped me almost all day. And it's about 800 feet of climbing, which were almost all in the first few miles coming out of Coshocton. So it's a really good route. I'm real happy with that. I'd definitely do that again. You know, you got a mix of roads, obviously, and a lot of rail trail. A lot of cool people, and just, you know, it really all came together. I was real happy with it. I did miss the trees, the leaves changing probably just by a few days. Next weekend probably would have been prime time to ride that route and see the leaves change. So, but thank you for watching, and if you would please like and subscribe, that does help. Basically drives some numbers up and helps kind of the videos become more viewable on YouTube, or, you know, kind of in the default options that people get. So appreciate it. Thanks. Bye.